you do it, how you did it, how you get it done. Is it passion, automatic, or you do it for fun? Every episode is full of knowledge and some game just to let you know you still out here making moves even if it's slow. Don't worry about it, be on your way. Only God determine your fate. You gotta jump, just don't wait. This the fly guy, baby, and you know I'm on my way. Just tune in, you can catch a play when you listen to
these bars for breakfast on a weekday. Come and see who on the guest list. Crypto, credit, and real estate investments. Looking for some entrepreneurs to tell me just how you do it. These bars for breakfast on a weekday. Come and see who on the guest list. Crypto, credit, and real estate investments. Looking for some entrepreneurs to tell me just how you do it.
What's going on, everybody? It is your host, Freshie the Fly Guy, and we are on another episode of Bars for Breakfast. I'm here with my brothers from another mother, man. Tell the people who y'all are.
Man, I go by the name New Israel. Was good.
Yeah, it's boy Nook, man, the best comedian throughout the whole world.
Listen,
from Africa
listen.
to Jamaica.
Said the best. He's not playing
We
game.
not playing because, hey, listen, man, if you ain't got Christ, you ain't got life.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
all.
right. Yo, listen, man. As you know, man, you was on episode 1 of
Right.
Bars for Breakfast, so it's honestly like an honor to really pull you back in, so we
Right.
could hear what some of the things that changed, how you started really touring and doing your thing with the music,
Right,
preaching
right.
the word of God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, what I want to ask you is, what keeps you going?
Man, faith. Faith is the only thing, and a vision. If you don't got a vision, you going backwards.
That's a fact.
You know, either it grows or it goes. So either you die. Yeah.
Shots fired. Let's go. Let's go. So, you know, when you write your music, right? What's your target audience? Who are you talking to when you write? Because sometimes I be feeling like you talking to me. I'm like, how do you know that? You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
what's your target audience, man? Tell the people.
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't even have a target audience. I just believe I write what God want me to say. Because when it rains on everybody.
Right.
And you never know what you saying that could be, you know, helping somebody's situation or solution to their situation. Right. So it's like who I'm targeting is people like me that's really seeking the truth. Like, whatever you like is a reflection of your character. So folly gonna only feed off of folly. A thief only gonna praise another thief.
Right.
So if you not seeking the Most High, seeking truth, you won't like my music. You can only like, you feel me, what's in you to like. Right. So it's like, if you like my music, then that's in you. That spirit is in you too. You feel what I'm saying? That testifies who you are by what you like and enjoy. Right. If you like gossip, you're a gossiper. If you praise thieves, then you a thief. You feel me? Right. So I make my music for those type of people that's, you know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's dope because, you know, I feel like when it comes to music, people think that there's no such thing as clean music. Or there's no such thing as good music, no shots at Kanye, you know what I'm saying? But it really is, right? And I think all of your songs, you know, I got your whole playlist, is a message within the song. And so what I think is important is that people are able to break down your lyrics and really see the word that was put into those lyrics because they can change you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They can really feed you no different than reading the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And I seen you do some performances in church. You know what I mean? People gotta understand how powerful that is. You know what I mean? Because the church scene, they be like, you a rapper. Like, you know, what are you talking about? But when they hear the words that you're saying, it's like, oh, that boy been reading his book. You know? So when it comes down to traveling, because I know you do a lot of shows, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, going into these places and letting the word be known as an artist, you know, what's some of the feedback you be getting?
The feedback, sometimes when I don't look for the feedback, I get it. You know, but when I look for the feedback, sometimes I get the feedback like, I don't like you. You know, like some people be offended. I could feel it in the crowd, like, and most of the time it be in churches. Like, I remember one time I performed, nobody clapped, nobody applause. You get what I'm saying? And one time I went to a club where the lady didn't even mention my name after, and God had to remind me, like, if they despise me, they gonna despise you. You know, the truth hurt.
Right.
So if everybody praising you, then you doing something wrong. The truth don't have friends. You feel me? So it's like, I understand that my music is a rock of offense, because when you read the Bible, you get offended. You get what I'm saying? When you see the light, you see how Christ was, you see how you not.
Right.
Like, dang, like, you know, I gotta get better. Like, it's like seeing somebody clean and realize you was dirty. So the words is clean. You feel me? The words is Christ. So they looking at the one that's spitting the words like I'm judging them. I'm not judging them. The word judge whoever's listening. You get me? And that same word apply to me.
That's a bar. Yeah, because it's like you said, and I told you that when I listen, I'm like, man, it's a conviction that comes with it. And people, you gotta understand, it's not a conviction to say that you're a bad person.
Right.
It's more so focused on get right. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ gave his life for us to get right. And we don't really support that enough. Like we're so quick to judge people and point in the direction of others. But when you point one finger, it's three fingers pointing back at you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, even in that crowd of people that's not applauding you, but by you keep going, that's called diligence. And the Bible says, show me a man that is diligent and he should stand before kings and not mere men. Follow me? So it's like by doing it and constantly doing it, it really opens up your own pathway. Right. But I feel like controversy and obstacles only makes us better.
Right, I agree.
I was talking to my wife the other day and I said, yo, think about a warehouse, right, where they're creating something in a factory. It starts all the way at the end, right? And then it works its way down this line. And each time it gets to a certain level, there's some things that has to change on that thing, right? And every time it gets to another place, there's something different about this product. Well, we are products of God, you know what I'm saying? And because we are products of God, we're going to have to go through this assembly line till we get to the end. Right. And the funny thing about getting to the end is that when you get to the end, now the blessing is there. An iPhone was not useful to you until it got to the end of the assembly line and it was tested. That's a bar.
Balls.
Okay, listen.
It
had to get tested.
Balls.
So when you going through these stuff, like, yo, they booed me, or they ain't clap for me, or they invite me back, that's only you growing into a new person. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you, what's some of the hardest things you had to overcome on your path as an artist?
Pride. I would say, because it's like you gotta humble yourself to talk about Christ. Cause you automatically because I wasn't always rapping the way I rap now, and I had like a certain image. You get what I'm saying? Like, rapping gangster music, not even like gangster music, but just doing it how I wanted to do it. And it was like a new image. You get what I'm saying? Like people perception of me started to change as I started speaking about Christ. Right. And it's like when you serve God, people automatically think you soft. They think you weak. You get what I'm saying? Like they automatically think they could take advantage of you, or you're not hard enough, stuff like that. Right. So it's like I had to swallow my pride, and accept the will of God, because 9 times out of 10, God's will not gonna be your will. Right. Like you said earlier about Jonah. Right. He didn't want to go speak to those people. Facts. You feel me? So he stayed in the belly of the beast until he decided to go speak. That's what happened to me. That's why I went to jail, because I wanted to rap what I wanted to rap about. Nook was telling me the other day, like, yo, your music changed. You went from 83rd. You ain't from no 83rd. You feel me? To, you know what I'm saying? Change gonna come. So I stayed in jail until it was time for me to speak. And when I submitted, bro, it takes submission, bro. Like, 100% submission, bro. And that was the challenge, that submission, because I was afraid that I wouldn't prosper. I was afraid that if you look on social media, nobody wisdom. Wisdom is not praise. Folly is praise. What's funny, was cool, was trending. And I'm like, nobody gonna want to hear this. You feel me? So I had to overcome myself and realize it's not about me. It's not about us. Right. It's about the word. And once the word is given forth, my purpose is fulfilled.
And it reminds me of the scriptures, man, because they say, listen, they crucified Jesus, they gonna crucify you. Right. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm so honored, number one, to be a child of God, right? Because I realized, like, those same individuals that think you not hard, that think because you a child of God that you soft, be the same ones that get humbled in your face. Right. And you see that brother and be like, dang.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's a super fact.
It's always like that, because I'm going to tell you what I think, and this is an opinion. You guys could relate to this, but it's those times where we want to attack people, and the Spirit will tell us to chill, relax. He got it. Vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. And then when something happens to that person, God shows you so you could be confirmed that what you did. Is valid. So you could be like, I told you I had it. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you a story real quick, man. Like, back in my days, I probably was like 19 years old. a dude robbed me. You know what I'm saying? Caught me slipping. I'm in the supermarket, like you know what I mean? I ain't thinking about I'm wearing slippers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling, bro. And you can tell someone was hungry. You can tell he was high, eyes red. He buck-eyed like, yo, listen, you know what I mean? And he pulled out a knife. So my first thought is, nah, bro, you gonna have to poke me. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized, I'm like, I only got $11 on me. Am I, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, bro, this is but you know, we keep a hood record.
Right,
so we're like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that reputation.
Listen, my reputation on the line, but I'm like, I'm wearing slippers. I got $11 on me, and he looked like he ready to kill himself.
Right.
So you know what, brother?
Right.
Yo, you can have this. Now, I catch him slipping. And I kid you not, catch him slipping. And I'm ready to get him. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Sunday Road.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, bro, I thought about it. I said the same thing. Vengeance is mine, thus
Saith
saith the Lord. And I thought about the $11, and I had to ask myself, is it worth it? And that's what I want people to start doing. Right before you commit that crime, right? Ask yourself, is it worth it?
Right.
You ain't even got to be a child of God to ask that question. I was like, you know what? It ain't worth it. He seen me too. And so you see the bug eyes again, like, is he going to move? I just walk past like it's nothing. Bro, like 2 weeks later, bro, son got shot up, paralyzed, can't walk, in a wheelchair. And I'm like, man, that's the confirmation came. Now we don't pray on that type of stuff, but that's just a testimony where I ain't had to get my hands dirty.
Right.
You feel me? Go ahead, my bad.
Nah.
That's why I feel like that's why God hate witchcraft.
Right.
What you need a voodoo priest for? You got me.
Come on.
You ain't got to go to nobody else to get to work and doing all these work because now you worshiping the work because your own hands.
That's a fact.
This is my vengeance. I'm finna pour it on them.
Yeah.
That's the same thing happened with me, brother. That's why I'm listening to you. Like I done seen that.
Yes.
A dude tried to play me and bam, got hit across the eye with a bottle. Not even by me.
Yeah.
Like God, ain't got to touch nothing.
Ain't got to touch nothing.
Come on, man.
Remember what the scriptures say. Keep your hands clean.
Right.
Keep your spirit clean. And it's easy to do that. I mean, Jesus was very specific when he said turn the other cheek. He didn't say turn the other cheek if they punch you in the face.
Right.
He didn't say turn the other cheek if your girl cheated. He said turn the other cheek. So that could be anything. That could be business. That could be personal. That could be whatever. Turn the other cheek, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Because think about it, though. The one who turned the other cheek gets paid.
Yep.
If you get in a car accident, right? Somebody hit your car. You innocent. You blameless. Who gets paid?
Right.
You do. But if you try to crank your car, hit their car because you mad, y'all both get penalized.
Right.
You feel me? So, but you got to trust in the law.
Yeah, bro.
You got to trust in the law. Like, okay, he got insurance. He's going to have to, I'm getting paid.
Right.
So now you got people in New York used to be looking for accidents.
Facts.
So you feel me?
Right.
You can't get blessed unless you turn the other cheek. Your reward can't come unless you take an injury. Because for every injury, there's a court. You see, like some white people smart. You hit them, they suing you.
Yeah.
They don't care. They ain't trying to be gangster. They taking you to court.
Right.
That's how it is before God. When somebody do something to you, you think about it. The courts is the mind when you bring it before the Most High God. So the moment you think about what that person did to you is brought before the court. But if you're not blameless, what's the first thing that happened when you file a claim in court? The prosecutor got to make sure you followed all the laws.
Facts.
They're looking for flaws in your complaint.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't serve him properly.
Yeah.
So if you're blameless and you follow the laws, when Satan come to check, you know, to make sure that you filed everything properly and you found blameless, boom, now you get
Gotta
paid.
let you go.
Yep.
If you think about the scriptures, though, everybody was in jail.
What?
Real talk. Like Paul, you know what I mean? Peter.
Come
Everybody
on.
was, but what Jesus did, Jesus was always able to go through jail bars.
Right.
So for them brothers that's locked down right now, big shout out to y'all keeping y'all spirits clean because you're going to come home. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to get another chance. Just be mindful about the chance that you get this time. Because you ain't going to keep getting chances when you keep doing wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Agreed.
I said, look, right? With Bars for Breakfast, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give people an opportunity to understand that there's somebody out there going through what you're going through. It's not one situation you could bring about because the Bible says that nothing's new under the sun.
Right.
So it's hard to tap in. You don't really meet somebody, a stranger, and be like, man, your girl ever cheated on you? You don't really do that. But I'm sure there's people going through that. So on this platform, I'm like, yo, I interview artists, I interview entrepreneurs, but I also want to give it to y'all real. You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, like you might see something, which is the eyes is the tunnel to the soul. So you might see something that makes you think and feel one way, but it could be a whole nother way.
Yeah.
And I think social media has a big problem with that in making it look like it is what it ain't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Remember we talked about that.
I was about to bring it up, cuz. Bring it up. You bring it up.
Satan is deception. Anybody that have to deceive, that's their only power. They have no real beauty. So a woman that has no real wisdom or understanding or beauty within her mind, right? She needs makeup. She need big butts and all of that. A weak man needs to have riches. You get what I'm saying? Because see, my cousin Emmanuel, I know you remember Emmanuel, right? And he locked up. Right. He hit me with this. He said every animal, all their strength is external. You know, a lion got his teeth. Right. A turtle got his shell, right? So all their strength is eternal. We are most vulnerable on the outside, but all our strength is within. So God was showing me, he said the one who have the most have the less. He needs that. God is balance, God is fair. But the one who have the less really have the most. You get what I'm saying? But it's balanced. So it's going to be a time where you have less, you get what I'm saying? But have more of God. Or you're going to have, the more you have, the less of God that you have, because that's what you start to rely on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like God is balanced. His children, we'll have some days just like the trees where it be full, but then some days where it be butt naked. No leaves on them trees. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's funny because as you speak on that, I start thinking about, as the Bible says, so as you increase, so shall your spirit increase. So, you know, like we said, it's every level comes with new devils. You know what I'm saying? And I think that what happens with wealthy people, because all right, so we all have this idea that being successful, being rich, being wealthy it's a stigma out there that says you had to do it wrong, or you evil, or you're not a giver, right? But we know that at the end of the day, the word says that he wants us to prosper. The meek shall inherit the earth. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's important because anybody in any kind of situation you in right now, Steve Harvey said this, big shout out to him. He said, your completion rate is 100% on how many times God bailed you out. You know what I'm saying? Every time you went through a tough time, you sit back like, man, how I'm gonna get out of this one? How I'm gonna pay this rent? How I'm gonna 100%. 100%. Your clearance rate is 100%. So it's like, I swear, bro, if I could like give somebody my brain for like 2 seconds and take it back, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bro, all it does is starts with the mind. You start with the mind, you change your mindset, and then you ask God what you want. The Bible says there's no more condemnation. So it's no more like, I could ask for that, but I just did this, so I'm not worthy of that. No, just ask. And he was specific. He didn't say, yo, just ask on Friday. Just ask on the Sabbath day. He said, just ask. Just ask. And so it's important for people to start asking for what they want. You know what I'm saying? Ask for what you want. You want to be successful? Ask for that. Now, it comes with requirements.
It does.
It comes, and that's the part where people drop the ball, because they see the requirements and be like, well, you know, I said I wanted a new car, but now I'm looking at this maintenance and these payments.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? I said I want a new house, but now I'm looking at this mortgage insurance and you gotta know it comes with requirements. And to whom much is given,
much is required.
And you know the people say more money, more problems. Nah, that's the Bible word you're taking and trying to change around. It says to whom much is given, much is required. Don't ask for the money if you ain't ready to deal with it.
That's a fact. And not only that, the reason why they say more money, more problems, because how they getting their money. You know, Satan, he give things with strings attached. God bless and add no sorrow. So every dime that you get unrighteously is gonna come with sorrow. So my so you know, my understanding of success is peace. At the end of the day, what is peace? You know, true peace. If you do something and the results of it is peace, you pass, you won. You get what I'm saying? If you don't have peace in the end, then you're not successful. It was a failure. You get what I'm saying? So whatever you do, let it give birth to peace, and you won. You could be, if you got $1 million and that $1 million don't take away your peace, you won. But if that same $1 million cause you to suffer, cause you to have chaotic thoughts in your mind, no sleep, no rest, then it's not righteous. You don't need it. You losing rather than winning. Because at the end of the day, peace is what Christ came to give us. And if you don't have peace, then you have nothing. You can't function without peace. That's why everything is falling. The music industry, everything is falling, because now there's chaos. Where there's peace, there's order. And where there's order, there's joy. And when there's joy, there's strength. And when there's strength, there's work.
Amen. You feel me? Like, it be real like that. That's absolutely correct. So listen, man, I got my man Nook in the building. You know what I'm saying? Flyest comedian out here in South Carolina, Columbia, man. So we're going to ask you a few questions for the people, man. What made you choose to be a comedian?
Man, I always was getting kicked out of class. I always had questions. I'm always making everybody laugh. I'm the one. I'm the one taking tests, still getting caught cheating on the paper. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught blankly. You know what I'm saying? So I always did that, bro. Always getting in front of people speaking. Right. And then it also came with just like ministering. You know what I'm saying? But it was just, God just gave me the way to minister his word through that Bible, bro.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
dope.
came from that.
It's so funny because I read something today actually about laughter. We're the only species that can laugh. Think about it. No animals can't laugh, bro.
Yo, for real.
Yeah, we the only ones that can laugh. You know what I'm saying? We the only species that can laugh. And you can't laugh and be upset at the same time. Even when you mad, you like, all right. You know what I'm saying? You like, all right, you got that. So, you know, you crying and somebody make you laugh, you teary eyed, they make you like, come on, bro. You automatically get joy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's like, when I learned that, I'm like, man, laughter is important. You gotta learn how to laugh your way out of a situation.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And then
right.
that's where the people be like, what you think so funny?
Right.
The fact that I can laugh is funny. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope that
Facts.
you chose that career. But let me ask you, man, what's some of the hardship you go through being a comedian? Because I know that ain't easy.
Not having a couple dollars.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be times where you're gonna start looking for other things, but like y'all was just saying, man, you gotta stay still.
Right.
You can't, you know what I mean? It's gonna be so many times where you like, I want a show, and they're gonna offer you a little bit of money, but is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Or if you want something, or you got a family, now you got a wife, now you got children looking at you, and then now here come the enemy, like y'all was just saying about, hey, go try this,
Right.
or go try that. You know what I'm
Sure,
saying?
of
But
course.
yeah, man. So it just, our gifts builds our faith.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what he was just saying about going and getting booed, that's faith to go back.
That's right.
'Cause most people like, man, I quit, bro. I'm going to get a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go out here, you going to shows, and these people, they might not call because you ain't talking about what everybody else talking about.
Right.
You start talking about God, everybody get to looking around. And nobody want to see that.
Right.
But they want to hear you talking about, man, who out here cheating on their girls, and who doing this, who
Right.
doing that, like a bunch of stuff that ain't uplifting nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's dope.
when we get Christ, bro, we get uplifted.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Once Christ come in, you be like, boy, hey,
Hey, you know what's so crazy?
I'm forgiving, boy. Hold up.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I tell this to people all the time. The road to success is uphill and it's under construction. Want that? Because it's not gonna be a straight path there. You're gonna have to go around here. You're gonna have to go around there. But if you let the Lord be your GPS, what happens when you get off course on the GPS?
It start redirecting you.
Redirect you to the same destination.
Right.
And so, like how you said, like, yo, it get tough, but I ain't giving up. That's all God want to see. He want to see that you ain't gonna give
Right.
up. As long as he know in your heart, you can't tell him that. You got to show him that in your
Right.
heart. And he like, yo, I could get booed, I could get jumped, I could get kicked out, but I'm going to keep doing this.
Right.
Then it's like, once you get there, you earned it. You feel me? So
Right.
watch this. God will give you something to do, and then you got to earn to keep it where you want it to be. So it's like, all right, for example, anybody could go to the studio and rap.
Right.
Anybody could put a song on YouTube. Anybody could put a song on SoundCloud. But it's God that decides, okay, you've reached it. So it don't matter what you're doing,
Right.
as long as you keep doing it. There's too many people coming into the world today saying like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then 2 weeks later, you ask them, yo, bro, you still doing that
Right.
podcast? Nah, you know, I couldn't get no gas.
Think
You know what I
about
mean?
us.
That's what I'm
Christ
talking about.
still came.
Facts.
Right.
God had every reason not to send Jesus,
Word.
but still sent Christ so we could have salvation. He kept his word. He kept his promise. It's all about being faithful.
Yeah, man. So it's one of those things that I feel like we all have to make a decision. You know what I mean? If you don't make a decision, you made a decision not to make a decision.
Right.
Follow me?
Right.
So you got to make a decision, yo. And believe it or not, the enemy's trick too is giving you options. Watch this. So, and I got this from reading about outwitting the devil. And one of the things he do, man, I try to tell you, Matt wasn't here, now he like, I ain't read that book. But listen, this is how he get you. He give you options. So, like, for example, you want to rap, right? So, like, yeah, I'm going to go rap. Cool. Like, yo, you know you can do credit, too. You know you can drive Uber, too. And now you sitting there when rap ain't moving right. You like, yo, I could just go Uber. Now you have these thoughts. Once that happens, you stop putting your faith in the rapping. Same for you. You doing comedian? All right, cool. Yo, listen, but you could, you know what I mean? They hiring over here at Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I mean? And now these options start popping up. That's the enemy's way of making you drift. Because he doesn't have to stop you from doing nothing. All he has to do is make you drift. Drift away from your destination.
Right.
Drift
Get comfortable.
Yeah. Listen, it was so mind blowing to me, bro, because it's so easy to drift. Let me show you. You could be on a project right now, working on it, typing, reading, writing, whatever you're doing, and somebody texts you. Once that text come in and you let it into your subconscious and your conscience, it's over. Now that text turns into a phone call. That phone call turns into watching an episode. After watching the episode, now you chilling with wifey and you didn't finish writing that song. And it's amazing because you be like, man, the Pareto principle tells you about the 80-20 rule. You know what that is? That 20% of, your time would be the most productive out of 80. You know what I'm saying? So you like, if I do the best thing I can do for this 20%, it's going to pay me better than that 80% of what I'm doing.
Right.
You feel me?
Okay.
And so here's a trick. Big shout out to the late Bob Proctor. He said, people don't know that learning how to focus is a skill set. And so to practice how to focus, get a candle and light it and focus on the flame. Now, originally, I was like, that sounds a little weird, right? I don't know what you're going to do that for. But what happens is that when you focus on the flame burning, and I want people to do this. That's why I'm telling y'all. I want y'all to follow this instruction. When you focus in on the flame, you will slowly but surely see the things on the side of the flame start to blur out. And you'll start seeing the flame actually burn.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. That's a reflection of Christ. He probably didn't even know what he was doing, because who's the light?
Right.
Christ. So in order to stay focused, keep your eyes on Christ.
Correct.
Keep your eyes on his word, and I promise everything else going to fade away. You feel me?
Right.
So he's talking about the physical camera, the candle. We talking about the spiritual candle. You know what I'm saying? That's why Christ said, yo, I'll make sure your light don't get put out.
Right.
But then we become the light. You feel me?
Right. And it's so crazy because once you understand that principle, to learn focus, to learn how to follow Christ and stay on top of it, it was funny because, everything has a reward to it. Everything has a reward.
Yes.
But see, the thing about it is all the rewards ain't good. So if you do good, let's think about it for a second. If you do something good and positive, the reward is good and positive.
Right.
If you do something bad and foul, the reward is bad and foul. So we always say that, bro, two sides to a coin.
Yes.
Good and evil. It ain't no in between. Yo, he good, but he be acting bad.
Right.
Nah.
Make no sense.
It don't. It's no right way to do the wrong thing. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we got to start as a people. We got to start, number one, supporting one another. You know what I mean? Telling the truth to one another. If you trash, bro, I'm going to tell you trash, bro.
I know.
I'm just not going to say you trash. I'm going to be like, I don't really know. That tells it all.
Right.
If you nice, oh, son, that was fine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's because you can hurt somebody like that. Don't you think? You can hurt somebody like that. That's like saying, I'm a big fan of telling somebody to get right versus, nah, you good, bro, and I know something wrong with you. Because now if somebody out there go and hurt you because of what you was doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is a South Carolina, Brooklyn thing. Let me bring this to you. So in Brooklyn, there's certain things you can't do, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, real talk. They get you punched in the face.
Right.
You like going in somebody's pockets.
Right.
In South Carolina, that's cool. I'm like, nah, bro. Where I'm from, bro, don't go. Where I'm from, we don't do that, bro.
Or
you feel
grilling
me?
too long.
Or looking too long. You be like, yo. But see, what it taught me, though, is that people around the world have a different culture, even if we the same color.
Right.
You got a different culture. And so we got to start learning how to learn other people. You know what I mean? Being more understanding, like, how do you treat a child? A child drop a cup of milk. We like, nah, that's all right as a kid. Well, you not to say this person is a kid, but if this person does something foolish to you, you got to look at them like, he ain't really got it. He don't understand what he's doing. Right. Jesus said, forgive them for they know not what they do.
Right.
He wasn't saying just one set of people. He talking about everybody.
And they still pay for it, though.
That's a fact.
The stripes may not be as much, but you get paid for what you know.
Right.
And you pay for what you don't know. Right?
Sheesh.
But it's mercy. You get what I'm saying? If you don't know, you get mercy. That's just like if somebody, deemed incompetent in court, they committed a crime. They may not go to prison, but you going to the G building.
For sure.
You feel me? It's still a penalty. So this is why it's important that we do know. But not knowing is also a blessing too. Because if you know and you don't perform, it's worse.
Right.
You get beat worse. So sometimes God will hide things from us until we are equipped and able to perform what he has showed us. You get what I'm saying? So even ignorance is a blessing. God said all things work for our good. So when I didn't know, if I wouldn't know when I didn't know, I would have been failed because I wouldn't have been able strong enough to perform it. You get what I'm saying? To do what I know. So God allowed that time of not knowing to show his mercy.
Yo, man, listen, man. This is power right here. This is black excellence in the building. Bars for breakfast, you heard? Listen, people, you're getting it really, 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 really from people that been through it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I want y'all to tell the people where they can find y'all at one at a time. You know what I'm saying? What you got coming up, you know what I mean? So they could tap in and join in and everything like that. Let's start with you, Nook. Tell the people how to find you.
Man, listen, man, if you can, type in everythingblessed.life on Google. I ain't on none of your social media sites, but we are shooting a comedy live special, man, in concert. We got New Israel on March 19th. It's gonna be at the McGirt Auditorium, 801 Crawford Road, man. You know, it's called Redemption. Okay. And he had a rap album called Redemption. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing, but I just feel like we just being redeemed. You know what I'm saying? And saved from what could have happened. You know what I mean? A lot of people always looking at what did happen, but we don't thank God for what didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like we blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? We looking like you just, man. I was just hearing your testimony in the car, just to walk in here and hit that clap. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? And then if I don't mean to take the time, bro, but I just, you know what I'm saying? When I be seeing people zeal in Christ. You see what I'm saying? Because this same zeal could have been somewhere else. That's a fact. This same zeal could have been for that kingdom that they ain't now on us wanting to go in. And they looking for that. That's why they probably would. That's why you had the dream you had. That's why certain people came to him. That's why we done always been around these people. Like he said earlier, man. Hey, who you said the devil remind you of X-Men?
What's her name?
Huh?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Right.
So he turned into different people.
Right.
So every time we think we got an opportunity to come, and that probably was him.
Right.
He dressed up in the body. There it is. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, listen. You want to?
But you know what I like about God is that nobody, bro, nobody and nothing can stop you from getting what God has for you. Understand
Praise God.
Listen, you gotta
Amen.
You feel me? You know
because it's purpose.
It's yours.
Listen.
And only you, watch this part, only you can reject it. Understand what I said?
Right.
You could reject what God has for you. If he's trying to do something for you and you do certain things in a certain way, you saying I don't want it, and he gonna take it back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So New Israel, man, tell the people how to reach you, man, how to pull up on you. I know you got something coming up. Talk to the fans.
Man, we got the biggest show that we ever did. You feel me? This comedy special is gonna be lit. You feel me? March 19th. Come out there. Like, if you ain't got the children is free. Tickets only $20, man. Support. You feel me? Like my bro said, it's sacrifice. Right. You feel me? Like, to be independent costs a lot. So come out there. It's in Rock Hill, South Carolina, the McGirt Stadium. I said it right?
Yeah.
McGirt Stadium. Right. You feel me? It's from 7 to 11. We'll be there. You can follow me on my website at newisrael.us. Newisraelmusic.us. You feel what I'm saying? And tap in, subscribe the album. If you come to the show, you get the album for free. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm giving that's one day. You got to get it that day though. That day you got to download it. If not, it's going back up. You feel what I'm saying? So they can follow me there. You feel me? Or follow me right here because I'm coming back. You feel me? We coming back to Bars for Breakfast.
You feel me? Listen, man. So as we do, man, when I bring artists up here, it's a tradition for me to hear them spit some bars on Bars for Breakfast. Okay. You feel me? Right. So I definitely can't let you leave out of here without dropping some bars, man.
Say that.
So I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? And I want to hear you put in work on this track real quick. Let's go.
Yeah. New Israel. Save all that pride, you gon' hurt yourself. Son said he self-made like he birthed himself. You still a baby, you can't birth yourself. Helpless, you ain't living by your own rules. Selfish, every tree don't need his own fruit. Welches, so behave yourself. It ain't glory if you praise yourself. That's like a dog trying to raise itself. Don't be ignorant, cause you ain't even make the body that you living in. You can't decide to be a male or feminist who really in charge. Worship money like it's really a god. Are you dumb or just paid? Benjamin Franklin been dead and he still got slaves. You must think Magic Johnson really did have AIDS. I'm going in. They gon' point the finger way before they know it's him. I was fornicating way before I know it's sin. I call that mercy. Sell your soul for some drip. I call that thirsty. Mixing pride with the Henny, dangerous. Oh, you gon' die cause of envy. What goes around, come back around, got 'em dizzy. This is new Israel geek, time to get busy. Steady frontin', why you steady frontin'? Sticking to that white lie like a belly button. Sounding like that white guy, you a Teddy Bundy. If Jesus was a white guy, then Santa Claus is coming. The Santa Claus is coming. Yeah, alert, alert, alert. That's a red flag. 5013C, that's a red flag. He don't practice what he preach, that's a red flag. Asking me to sow a seed, that's a red flag. Alert, 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 that's a red flag. He don't practice what he preach, that's a red flag. 5013C, that's a red flag. Asking me to sow a seed, that's a red flag. Alert, alert, alert. You think he love God just because he on the church? You think he know God just because he read a verse? Because he in a suit? This is not an interview. He reading from a script, that's what politicians do. If it ain't the same tree, ain't gonna be the same fruit. Nah, same seed, just a different garden. Same breed, just a different market. You making God really upset. Coming in Christ's name, identity theft. Oh, that's dangerous. You know what happened when you found false claiming? You know what happened when them shots start ringing? Is you really for God? Is you a real cop or security guard? Oh no, and you gonna work for this one. They gonna kick me out the church for this one. Alert, 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 that's a red flag. He don't practice what he preach, that's a red flag. 5013C, that's a red flag. Asking me to sow a seed, that's a red flag. Alert, alert, alert. Never trust a suit and tie, only lies in his throat. Only time they ain't no hood is when they telling us to vote. Yeah, it's when they telling us to vote. You can't buy my respect with no stimulus check. Told me slavery was abolished while it's still in effect, cause you a liar. All the cameras in my hood, they know. All the cameras in my hood, you feel me?
You already know, man. New Israel, man, in the building going stupid. Bars for breakfast, man. Listen, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all know we got them episodes coming out every week, man. So make sure y'all go, like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we'll see you next time. Let's go.